Hello, my friends. How are you? Hiker Dave here again. Friendly neighborhood squatcher. I'm on a little bit of a quest today. I really want to find the origin where that tree that I found, the one that's hanging, kind of dangling in midair. I want to find where that originated from. And just so Sasquatch understands, I am here in peace. I'm merely an observer. I mean no harm. And this is the area where I found the tree that's upside down. Also the tree that's kind of just suspended in midair. And there's been a lot of activity here. That is my opinion only. A lot of changes that occurred here in only just a couple of weeks. Okay, how does that? We got a lot of rain, much needed rain. How does that get tucked? This here. It kind of gets tucked up underneath. How does that happen? It is quiet. So darn quiet. Is that just sitting there? Oh. So I found a tree, and then I tried to find that hanging tree later in that video, and I couldn't find it again. So let me just take a look around the area here. Boy, I don't remember it ever being this quiet. Hey, bear. All right, where is that hanging tree? Another leaner. It is absolutely beautiful out here today, guys and ladies. It's a little humid, but it's only like 70, 74, 75. Really nice. You don't really notice the humidity until you stop moving around and then you start sweating, or that's me anyways. Wow, it is incredibly quiet. All right, let's try to see if we can't locate that tree. What do we got here? Today is Sunday. My Patriots are playing right now. Really hope Drake May has a good year. Hearing voices. So now this tree, I have already come to the conclusion. I consider this tree that's sitting upside down. I have come to the conclusion that is not done by a person. It's not done with machinery. So I'm going to go and just go ahead and say it. I believe that to be Sasquatch related. There, I said it. Nothing you can do about it. It's my channel. But I do, you guys do, and ladies have to know that I don't ever do that. I always say, oh, it could be this, it could be that. That particular pine tree anomaly type thing, I just don't, I never see that. And if I do, I will find out where it came from. I will scour the area to find out how that happened. And there's none of that. I could not find anything like that. Where is that tree? Let me take a look at my surroundings here. It's Sunday. Did all the animals take the day off or something? Where's everybody? Where is that tree? It's very strange. I can't locate it. This video might be a little bit on the boring side, but that's okay. That's all right. Where are you, tree? Oh, I see it. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't find it the other day. Look at that, just sticking up out of the trail. I must live there, maybe? No, that's just jammed in there. You know, don't start. That's weird that that's just sticking out of the ground like that. It's not heavy enough to fall. This is really light. It's like balsa wood. It's just sticking up out of the trail. So there's that tree. So let me look from this distance here instead of walking right up to it. So that looks, let me give you guys a little zoom ski. Right there. And that's just kind of just hanging out. The silence is deafening. All right, let's see if I can't figure out. I just want to be able to look and say, oh, yep, it came from right there. Nice, cut and dry. So I'm taking a look all the way up. And I see that there's my favorite type of tree besides the pine would be a birch. I love birch trees. There is so much you can do with birch. Where did that come from? It's obviously not a birch tree. Maybe if I go around the other side, I can get an idea. I mean, it must have, it's possible. No, that tree is too thin for it to have come from that tree. Because if I look at this, that's a good 6 inches wide. It's caught up. So someone had commented, I wish I could remember the commenter's name, that it could have, fallen in a storm tree, in a windstorm, and just got caught up in the branches as it came down, and that's why it's just suspended in midair like that. And I think that's a logical explanation. Let me get around and get kind of a different angle of that. Is it possibly this tree? Look at that little snappage. This little snap right here. There hasn't been any snow to be breaking these, but that could have been done over the winter last year. I wonder what the heck else I'm going to find out here. This stuff just, I keep randomly coming across stuff that wasn't here. All right, so there's the hanger. can't see. Where that would have come from. I have the feeling that that is a natural occurrence. It just kind of has that vibe to it. But I don't see really where. It's over in this area here. I haven't walked out in this part of the forest in quite some time. I mean, I usually stay on that old logging road trail or get that back. My phone is acting a little janky, a little wonky for some reason. All right, I'm totally losing focus. It's like I'm trying to find an answer to why that tree is hanging there, and I saw something shiny. My screen on my phone is looks like it's kind of freezing up. All right, let me get another angle here. Okay, that's another angle I'm looking at. I think there's a strong possibility that, wow, I never noticed that. This guy here comes over and then catches this little guy, comes over. Wow, those are all touching each other up there. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Well, I really thought I'd get an answer today, you guys. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to find out where that tree came from. But I can't see it. I'm looking at... That's a little frustrating for me because I really thought I was going to walk out of here with some answers. And I could just say, yep, that's where that's from. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the size, the width of the trunk itself. So I'm just kind of looking for a similar tree that has something close to that width. I don't see it. I'm not going to give up that easy yet, though, but I think if which I absolutely will, return to this area when a lot of the greenery is gone, and I'll be able to spot, I think I'll be able to spot where that came from. I'm just going to mosey over here a little. Mosey on. Wow, how does that? Incredibly quiet. Wow. I had another commenter too that said that the place that person has been recently has been really, really quiet as well. So I don't think it's just my area. I mean, it could be a bunch of reasons why. I couldn't imagine though. I mean, birds just stopped tweeping. I mean, where's the squirrels? Shouldn't they be like getting stuff together and getting ready to hibernate or whatever squirrels do? They squirrel away nuts and such. I never come out this way. Interesting. Got to be snow load, right? That's what I'm thinking on that. Looks like a clearing that I'm not familiar with over there. Hey, Bearski. Not a lot going on here today, ladies and gents. You guys hear that? Exactly. Nothing. So weird. Oh. I had a theory not so long ago, and it kind of coincided with Christopher Noel's mentioned about autism. In that, I mean, I kind of agree. Like, if Sasquatch has a touch of autism, then, you know, maybe they will like braid small branches and oh, and make little teepee structures. What's that, Lena? And like, and I mean, artistic, not just autistic. Some of these, some of the teepee, like, you know, stick structures I see, it's like, who's to say that it's not like an artful thing that I'm constantly scratching my head trying to understand why Sasquatch would do that, why they would make these teepee structures and the weaving of branches and just the different anomalies that I notice in the woods. And I'm trying to come up with this complex reason why Sasquatch do these things. And it could be as simple as they enjoy it, that they like to do it, you know. And then, like, there's a really small, it's a really small teepee structure out here near my boulder with the marbles. Who says that it's not a young one? So a young Sasquatch sees an older or a grown adult Sasquatch making a teepee structure. Who's to say that a young Sasquatch isn't like, hey, you know, look what I can do. Sorry about that. It's just a thought that, you know, there might be, there's a possibility that there's nothing to it. There isn't a reason why they do it. It's done because sheer boredom. That looks really recent. That's not rot. I mean, I'm looking right at it. That's not a rotting tree. What? Oh, okay. Okay, so this stump, is that tree? Let me take a little closer look here. So let's look for the stump. Oh, okay, this is uprooted. That's completely uprooted out of the ground. I wonder if it's uprooted from there. I think it is. That's a big old tree that makes that big old whamma jamma X right there. Wow. Wow. That's a pretty impressive X. I understand could be completely natural. I'd like to know where that tree went. Where's the rest of that? Now, listen, right? Whatever tree this is that belongs to this stump, where is it? It's not that one. That one lives there. You would think that would be very close by. Like, is it that one over there on the ground? Could that be it? I don't see a stump for this guy. Huh. Well, this just is kind of makes me wonder. Where is it? Yep, that's odd. I would think you'd see it right around here, and I'm not seeing it. Wow. What's in that trail down there? An old logging road, I should say. I can't help it but wonder if that tree there belongs to that stump, then how did it get on the other side of this old logging road? I was talking to my son before I left. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for a little hike and I'll make a video and I'll talk to the viewers and such. And I said, you know what happens a lot of the time? I'll come out here for a hike and I have nothing in mind. Like I don't have a script that I go by. Unless if I'm talking about a missing person or something like that, then yeah, I'll write down dates or whatever just so I could pull it out of my pocket, like on a flashcard or something, just so I'm accurate on that. But today I did, my idea was to find the origin of the tree hovering in midair. And then it seems it never fails. This area keeps on presenting me with stuff that I didn't notice before, which is great. And I was telling my son that, yeah, that's kind of what happens. I'll go out there with something in mind to chat about, and I end up going way off topic just because I came across something. Just looking at that X right there, that is cool looking. And it's like hidden. Totally, absolutely natural, I'm sure. Just neat seeing it. I think I would be surprised at a lot of the things I see that are so natural that I'd be embarrassed. Something like that, what I just showed you there 3 seconds ago, that little X. That could be so natural. You know what I mean? I just wasn't here to see it. And then my eyes see it. And I'm like, oh, look, that's interesting. Not really, Hiker Dave, because there's an explanation. I don't have that explanation. Yep, that's a good solid X right there. I've had often, there's always people, even myself, like, what is that X for? What does it mean? And is it meant for Is it meant for us to see? Is it meant for other Sasquatch to see? Is it warning a different Sasquatch that, hey, this area is occupied? Is that for us, for humans hiking, a way of saying, you know, don't go any further or stay out? Or it's interesting to think about. And I don't think we'll ever get the answers to that. I'm pretty confident we'll never have answers for so many of these questions. But I'm hooked on it. Like, I can't stop thinking about why and who did it and what's the meaning of it. I can't help it. Curious minds want to know. The inquire. Yeah, I didn't find the answer to that, did I, either? No answers today, Hiker Dave. I don't know where that came from. I was hoping to discover where it came from, but I wonder if it's the top of that tree and it fell, got caught, and then swung, and the bottom of it just swung over there. Don't know. All right, I'm going to go check on my marble experiment, the long-running 5-year marble experiment. Nothing has touched it lately. I mean, there are marbles missing from when I originally put it out there years ago, but it's been a long time since I've checked on it, and it's been different. Now, when I did come back here and I started making videos again, I came to that area, and I thought that magnet and that metal ball were completely gone. And I apologize if you've never seen my videos. It's a magnet with marbles around it, and I had it in a certain configuration, and I thought the magnet disappeared, but it was moved. But that could be a curious woodland creature just nosing it with its nose, and it rolled a little bit. But it seems like since I started, like when I started my channel back up again I think it was early July, you guys were with me. I mean, I made a video instantly. As soon as I came out here, I clicked on to make a video. So what you were seeing for the first time, I was seeing it for the first time as well. Well, I'm going to go and check on the marbles. I'm going to leave you guys to it, let you have a good weekend. I hope you have a good remainder of the weekend. I'm waiting for football to be over so I can watch the replay, because I will not pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to apply, to download or whatever, to get all these apps just to watch a darn football game. That's not fair. Like, I saw some channel, they said it's up to like $500 or $600 if you want to watch every game of your favorite team, or especially a home team. A lot of those get blacked out or whatever for some reason, that it costs like $500 or $600 a year just to watch. No, I can't. I refuse. I refuse to do that. I cut the cable cord years ago just for that very reason. You know, useless money spent like that. All right, cool beans. I'm gonna head to the other side of the river. It was a dry creek bed by now, but thank you guys so much for clicking. I really do appreciate it. Comment if you guys happen to see where that, I don't know what I'm calling that, that gravity-defying tree. Maybe you guys spotted it and I missed it. But leave a comment if you happen to see it or you have an idea of how that happened. Until next time, you guys, you have a good rest of your weekend, and I will definitely see you on the next one.